Greetings, welcome back, Riggs here, and today I want to talk more generally about 1.14 and what it means to the future of Minecraft. So first, I want to talk a little bit about what it means for old players, people who have been playing the game forever, but then I think more interestingly, I want to talk about what it means for people who are brand new to the game and are just starting to figure things out. So first, I think it's safe to say goodbye to the crafting table being the all-in-one everything block. So far, we've only seen functionality on the grindstone and the loom, but it leads to some guesses for these other blocks, which I'm guessing will be for making maps, smelting metal, cooking food, storage probably for either fish or I'm hoping liquids, crafting arrows and bows, probably metal items, tools and armor and whatnot, especially the whatnot, and stone cutter here, probably maybe stairs and walls. Again, these are all guesses. I'm recording this on December 7th, and the bell will be for belling. Yeah, and these are just guesses, but this is a significant change to the game, obviously, a change that you cannot avoid playing the game. It's going to add a lot of depth and some richness to the game, and for veteran players, it's going to give you a whole new kind of set of crafting areas to build in your base, which will be, I think, really nice. And it makes a lot of sense. If you think about it, the very first item that you craft in the entire game, you go punch one tree and you make a crafting table, and then boom, you can make everything in the entire game, including beacons like the end game item. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So I think adding this layer of complexity is great for veteran players, but I think more importantly, let's think about the game from a brand new player's perspective. So to really appreciate how 1.14 will change the game, think about when you were first playing the game and you punched your first tree and you made your first little miserable hole in the ground, and maybe you punched a couple of sheep and you made a bed. You've started figuring things out. There's no clear roadmap really about how to get to the end game stuff. You don't even know about maps or banners or any of that stuff. So then as a new player, you might make a starting little house. Look familiar? Oops. Have you ever made anything like this? I may have made something like that at the beginning. But then picture as a survival player cresting a hill, and as a brand new player to the game, coming into a village like this. And what this teaches you. This is essentially a little tutorial for new players about how to build, how to put little nice details into your houses to make them a little pop out, add a little texture, add a little variety in the materials, even shows you that some blocks are even possible. Maybe you don't even know about hay bales and all these stripped wood and all these different things. And then more importantly, the different crafting blocks, which I just showed you, but that would sort of point a new player in the direction of making their first map or making their first banner or, all the various things that those things will allow us to do and add some diversity in the crafting is also a way of just letting a new player know that it's possible. So it's kind of a nice, subtle way of guiding new players in directions of doing more successful builds or more interesting builds, in my opinion, multi-level structures and some diversity in the roofs. And yeah, I think it's a really a nice direction for the game to go. They did a little bit of that when they added the igloos. Sort of a little tutorial about how to heal a zombie, but this is another step in that direction, which I think is great. It allows people to stay in the game and learn how to play the game in the game rather than having to go to YouTube or other places like that. So anyway, just my thoughts on 1.14. I think, obviously some significant changes for veteran players and adding some layers of complexity to the crafting. But I think more importantly, really, especially with the villages being a little bit more robust, I sort of picture it like a, somebody, an uncontacted tribe in the Amazon stumbling into downtown New York and finding technology that they've never encountered before. So, as a brand new player, you might stumble into a village and have that kind of whoa reaction, which would be neat and sort of fun to think about days as a new player. My daughters are just starting to play, which is how I got into making all these videos. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you my thoughts on 1.14 and the significance of the villages and the significance of the crafting. I think it's going to be a really fun snapshot or a fun release once they get it out, and can't wait for more of the details to be fleshed out. So anyway, I think that is it. I'll try to leave it here, and I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for making it to the end of a video. Always interested in feedback. What are your thoughts on 1.14? Do you think the villagers are going to interact with the blocks? I think not. At first I thought they might, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a way of sort of putting them in the game where you can find them. I think that's maybe more likely. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed. Appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.